What is up everyone, Sean here, and today I'm finally able to talk about Pokemon Let's Go, at least to some extent, as I already sank over 27 hours worth of my time into the game, as I picked the eevee version. This game is somewhat of a controversy because of the major theme around it, Pokemon Go, as it's implemented into this Pokemon Yellow remake. This game is designed to bring in the players from Pokemon Go, since a number of them don't actually play the Pokemon games, and perhaps introduce them to a lot of the traditional mechanics players such as myself are more familiar with, while utilizing the core Pokemon Go mechanic of catching these critters. There are also other changes for this game that seem to make the game a lot easier in comparison to its older counterparts. Could this be their way of easing them in for the upcoming core RPG game for Pokemon in 2019? Is it really worth buying? Do I regret putting this much time into this game at all? Well, here are my thoughts on this. Let's go start with what I like about the game so far. One of the major parts of this game that I really liked about Pokemon Let's Go is its overall visual appeal and its direction. The game is able to convey that simplistic and yet stylish art style that's been known for many years. The Switch is able to bring that to the big screen with bright colors that are super clean looking and some great lighting effects. It is really pretty to look at for a game like this, especially in TV mode. What's also worth noting that it's really nice to see the classic Gen 1 gym leaders with the modern makeover on TV. I think so far they did a really good job remaking the Kanto region with its level designs and town designs overall. I would like to compare it to something like Sun and Moon, the most recent Pokemon game on the 3DS, in terms of how clean it is. It has the right amount of nostalgia while keeping it up to date for newcomers. Next thing I liked about the game is, well, the Pokemon themselves. One of the most vital components for this game, of course, they really did a good job recreating the Kanto region Pokemon and the Alola region Pokemon, surprisingly, as well. One of the coolest things about this game is that it features the ability to let your Pokemon walk around with you, and some of them are actually mountable, and you can use them as a means of traveling faster in style.
Whoa! 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 Holy shit. Whoa!
Now with that, because that mechanic being featured in the game, there is no need for pretty much any bikes or anything like that, so you're not going to see the acro bikes nor the mock bikes being used in the game, although they are still in the game, which is funny. It's just really fascinating to see these Pokemon come to life with their size very much to scale and their running animations as they, travel with you. The graphics definitely help complement their appearances, and I must say that they did a really good job modeling the partner Pokemon for Pikachu and Eevee, as they have more detail, animations, making them just flat out more adorable to interact with.
My god. Super.
Next thing I did like about this game is the core game mechanics. The mechanics offered in the game still make it true to its predecessors as a Pokemon game. Even with the Pokemon Go style catching, it's still a really neat feature all in all. The catch combos also helps make the game feel interesting in a fresh way to enhance the Pokemon catching experience, and on top of that, it rewards you for it. Not only you can add Pokemon to your Pokedex, you can also gain experience for all Pokemon in your party in addition to battling trainers. Speaking of which, battling remains the same, as you can battle other trainers, whether it's single player or online player. You can also trade Pokemon with others as well, just like in older games, keeping it true to Pokemon Yellow. However, they can learn some new, unique, powerful moves throughout playing the game, although they do feature some silly names along with them. This also features 2-player co-op. While a welcome addition, it can also make the game much easier to catch or beat trainers to a pulp. Another neat feature is that you can transfer your Pokemon from Pokemon Go and straight into this game. Now, of course, the game isn't perfect at all, and here are my dislikes for Pokemon Let's Go. The game is branded with motion controls when it comes to TV mode, and unfortunately for Pokemon Let's Go, it is my personally most hated feature about this game, unfortunately. The biggest flaw that this poses is the fact that you have no idea where you're aiming at. Also, your invisible reticle is set once you hit the ready button, meaning if your Joy-Con isn't carefully in the right position, your ball's just gonna fly the other way. And I've had that happen to me too many times.
What? What is that?
It's fucking annoying. Like, why? Who thought this was okay? Like, just give me a freaking target reticle and also the option to turn off the motion controls. Like, seriously. Playing it on handheld is a much more pleasant experience when it comes to catching Pokemon. If I can just throw the ball by pointing and clicking in handheld mode, why can't that be a thing in TV mode? Oh, and for those who are wondering about the Pokeball Plus, or that controller that looks like a Pokeball that comes with Mew and then you have to pay $40 for it, overall, makes a terrible first player controller. You can hand that controller to your friend because it works a lot better as a second player controller just because it has less buttons. So it really is better to have to give it to the second player. Meanwhile, you wouldn't want that controller because A is on the same button as the stick, so it's kind of like hitting R3. So sometimes when you try to select something, you might hit down or up or something, so you may select the wrong thing, which happened to myself and my friend a couple times when we were trying to select a certain attack and then just selected the other attack instead. My other complaint, and this is minor comparing to the former, is some of the attack animations. It could use some work. Back in Pokemon Stadium on the N64, they had some really awesome animations for certain attacks. Like, for example,
Oh.
What's this? It's not very effective. There it goes! Severe hit! There it goes! Severe hit! Savage attack! Major damage!
now I understand there are many more Pokemon to animate nowadays and would take considerable amount of time, but it is possible to pull off. It's just time and management is key here. Maybe they could do a patch during the 2019 Pokemon game or something later down the line when it comes out or something. We'll see about that. On the topic of animations, I wish that they did something more interesting when it came to the introductions of each gym leader, kind of like how it was done in the handheld games. One other minor complaint is the Pokemon battle cries. While it is nice to hear the classic Game Boy-esque sounds that they make, don't you think it's time that we actually hear some voice acting from the rest of the Pokemon besides Pikachu and Eevee? That would be nice. Especially opening to an English or Japanese voice option feature in the game. After reaching to Future City, there is the Go Park that's replacing Safari from the old days. Go Park is essentially there for you to transfer your Pokemon from Pokemon Go on your phone and make a permanent one-way trade into your game if you want to see them on the big screen. While it is great to see your Pokemon that you've caught from your Pokemon Go days, but why do they have to make it such a problem to re-catch your Pokemon again? It was already a pain to catch certain Pokemon and evolve them in Pokemon Go. Why work hard again? But that's just my personal take on it. As said before, it's still a Pokemon game in essence, and I love it, despite the low entry-level nature of its gameplay. So to answer the questions from earlier, I think it's worth it overall, and I do not regret putting my time into this game. With all that said, the game deserves a solid 8 out of 10, and highly recommended if you are all itching for some Pokemon on the Switch. And yes, I have not beat the game just yet, but I pretty much know what the game is already about. Not to mention, I already beaten it technically in the past via Pokemon Blue, and I would like to continue playing it anyway. It only gives me more hope that the Pokemon Switch game for next year will be massive fun and a pleasure to look at. It would be cool to see some of these mechanics, like the catch combo, make it into the new game, but otherwise, motion controls, just keep them away or make it an option, please. So really, that's all I got for the review for Pokemon Let's Go. Really having fun with that. Please leave a thumbs up if you guys liked the video, and also leave a comment if you have anything to say about Pokemon Let's Go. What do you guys think of it? You guys are having fun with it? Or, you know, what do you guys think about the Pokemon game for next year? Anything of those comments, leave it down below, please. I would love to check them out. And also, if you want to support the channel any further, first off, you can hit the subscribe button if you like want to see more videos like this. I really do have fun making videos like this, and I do want to apologize that I didn't do a full-scale review for their game like this, but Smash is right around the corner, and I do want to, you know, do that kind of review for Smash Ultimate, you know, with the green screen and everything. So I'll definitely do that also for the upcoming Animal Crossing game, and not to mention the 2019 Pokemon game on the Switch. I'll definitely would like to try to put my time into those games as well. But anyways, if you want to also support the channel more further, there are links in the description below that you can, you know, help support me, and including Loot Crate, Into the AM. Please check them out. Please consider doing them, and if you feel like doing that, it's really up to you. Just further supports the channel, and I really do appreciate it. So, but that's pretty much it. That is my review on Pokemon Let's Go, and thank you guys so much for listening, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next video. Sean out.